Do you like puzzles, Mr. Wolf? Ray King has been murdered. I need your help to finish the job he started.
Cynthia, hi. Welcome to Miami.
Thank you very much.
I have to rewatch the first movie and then connect with this one because it's been 8 years or more. I'm truly happy because your character evolved so much. And you as an actress, how this work in your mind, because from having a role, but now you are basically the whole movie here, and with a great role, because I want to talk about the meaning of your role later. How's your mind as an actress changed from this role, 8 years, and then you have this all like half of the movie for yourself?
Yeah, I think it's changed a lot. I mean, I think back, you know, for me, when I worked on the first movie, that was a big deal for me to book that movie. And, you know, I was working opposite J.K. Simmons, and, you know, he's an Oscar winner. He's an incredible actor. And I think that I was very similar to Marybeth, where I just was a bit nervous, a bit internal in a lot of ways. And I hadn't had as much life experience. I hadn't had as much career experience. So I think between the first movie and now, you know, a lot has happened for me, for the world, and it's nice to come back to something and feel like I don't even have to sort of try to evolve. You know, I have, and I get to put some of that in this character of Marybeth. So, you know, in the story, we are taking that same amount of time, that 8 years. And it's sort of a beautiful opportunity, again, to just feel like, oh, I feel a more comfortable sense of myself, and I think Marybeth does as well.
I grew up watching these body movies on the 90s, where two people have like something in common, but they usually are cops.
Yeah.
They have the same profession. But here, it's the opposite. And I feel that you represent justice, and Ben Affleck characters represent, I don't want to say criminal, but the other side of justice. And do you think that one goes hand by hand in real life? Like one has to be working for the other to be working and create that balance? Because you two work perfectly. This is the perfect, I'll watch like 5 movies with you two.
Yeah. I hope we get to do that many. You know, it's interesting that you say that, because like I also remember that era of cinema where you would have, again, these sort of like odd couples, and there's a lot of humor that comes from that, which we definitely have in the movie. And this is almost like an odd throuple, right? Because at first it's me and Ben, and then of course Christian Wolf has to call in his even crazier brother Brax. So it's like the 3 of us. But I think what's interesting is they all believe in serving justice. They just go about it in very, very different ways. You know, in the end of the day, they all want to sort of put the bad guy away, take care of the bad guy. They just have a different interpretation of what that looks like. And I think for Marybeth's character, what you're going to see from the beginning of the movie to the end is how she kind of navigates that. You know, she's a woman of the law, but what does it mean if you kind of have to go outside of that or be creative to put really bad people away? So I think that's her dilemma, and you're going to see how that evolves in the sequel.
Because you have to work with him, but you want results.
Yes.
At some point, you want results, so you are not agreeing, but you are also not stopping him. And that's what I love about that sequence. But also, it talks about the heroes that we will never mention in action films, the kids, the work behind the computer and helping Wolf characters. And do you think this is a great message for the industry, that we can create characters like this, that work? It's not just for drama and put it on the side. In this movie, they have like a really big role.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I think about the purpose of a movie, there are many reasons to go to the movies, but a lot of times we want to have an understanding of something. We want to be able to see it through a character and have a better understanding and leave the theater feeling like maybe we are changed in some way. And I think when it comes to the neurodivergent community, we might have people in our family, people in our lives that we are trying to have an understanding of how their mind works, how their heart works. And sometimes it's through a character that you go, oh, I see. I have a better understanding because I'm having trouble in real life trying to get that. And I think it was very important for the creative team. They really want to make sure that when we see Harbor Neuroscience, which is this amazing
Pretty
school,
cool.
almost like an X-Men, you know? It's like these are characters and people that the way their mind works, we're still trying to learn and understand. And it's like these supercomputers. It's incredible for kids,
Yeah.
much less adults. So I kind of love that, you know, and I think it's why even The Accountant in general has endured. It's still so popular because I think when people see these characters, they're wanting to have an understanding because they relate to those people in their real life.
I would love a subscription with those kids. When
Me too.
Cynthia, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.